Hey again, I want to talk in this video about priorities. So to get started, let me get a new file, and this file I will name it priorities or operations. Operations, okay? Make sure this file have the func main method, which is main rx. I know I repeat this code a lot, but we have to repeat it because this is our entry point. Okay. So think about you have two variables and you want to do math calculator. So let me suppose this one is, this app is, you do it in this way, math calculator. Okay. So what do you think about math calculator you need? For math calculator you need to have integer, which is first variable, number one. And this number one, let me suppose should be integer. And for now I give it value directory 10. And I have another variable, which is number 2, and I also give it integer. Let me give it a 20. This is two variable. Now let me suppose I have the sum operation, which should be also integer. Okay, and I don't know what the value for it, but I would say sum equal n1 plus n2. Okay, then you say print, you say sum, then you print the sum here, which is my sum. Okay, this is very basic application. If you look through it, just you define first variable, second variable, you define third variable for sum. You say sum equal number one plus number two. This is math operation. In the math you could do addition, you could do subtraction, you could do multiplication, you could do division, whatever. Because I want to add, so I say plus. So I add two variable, variable 1, variable 2, added in the sum. So if you just run the app, you will see the result. He will add 10 plus 20, and he will print on the screen 30. So this is very basic math operation. We could do it. So make sure you could, any math operation you do it in your life with a math, you could use it here, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. If you see 13 here, so let me just make it like more advanced by saying here I want to read next line. Which is next line? I just, you know what, I forget I forget the inputs. What was the input we used? Read line, not next line. Sorry, should be read line. Okay, read line, but I want here to be integer, so I say 2 integer. I do same thing for this one, read line. Let me just make it like little bit advanced math. 2 integer. This is 2 string to integer. Let me convert them then. But mostly we don't do calculator with integer. Should be float mostly. Is that right? Because when you do math, you do 2 floats because most the input should be floats. You don't expect input should be integer. So make sure you change everything to float now, because to make my calculator like more flexible. Now let me just run, before run it, ask her to enter the number one. So print enter n1. You could say print or print line. Then here he enter n1. Also make sure here you ask him to enter n2. So to make it like professional calculator. Rerun it again. So now hopefully we will be able to run our very basic calculator, which do simple addition operation. So yes, this is basically what I want to show, the basic thing. So enter number one, let me say 10, enter number two, 40, should be 15, the sum, should say sum is 15. So now if I just run it again, I say, hey, I want to do different process now. I want to add 19.5 with 12.1. You have to say 111.6. See how the math operation. So to make it also more advanced, just say, hey, print, just show him message, say, hey, this is the math calculator. So math calculator. So, and make sure print line. To make it like, you have to use always this thing to make your code more professional, like people would understand what this code mean. I also do this. So rerun it again. Hopefully now we have it in the Like we have the or very basic math operation. Did you see how we read, how we convert, how we make, or how we just develop our calculator to be like more professional? Now if someone run application, he understand this is math calculator. He understand he have to enter number one, which is 1.1, and number two, which is 0.3, whatever, and he give him 1.4. See, so this is very very basic process, like how you do math operation for adding, subtraction, multiplication. So what about if you want to change it to multiplication? You just say, hey, this one should be multiplied by this one, and you're done. This application converted to multiplication, and when you run it now, you will do multiplication of two number, not additions, two number. So this one should not be sum, should be multiplication, but still the data same. We don't care about this, is just labeling, but we just changed multiplication. That means if I just enter 10 and I enter 5, so it should be 50 the result. See, 50, 10 by 5 is 50, because here he do multiplication. So yes, this is very very basic calculator. You could do it, but we have to learn more in next upcoming videos. And so here we done, and see you next.